Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube. This is going to be a wee episode on my personal rig. So the rig PC, in layman's terms, that I use to create the footage that you currently watch on YouTube. Hopefully that is. I would show you a step-by-step build log, but she's already built. So these are just empty boxes here. Yes, so let's get straight into it. Okay guys, and here we are. This is my personal rig. This is the CM Storm Scout 2. I chose this case in particular because of the handle on the top. It's more or less for like LAN parties and stuff and everything, but you know, I really like the idea that I could just, you know, pick it up and go with her, even though, you know, she's got a bit of weight, it's, you know, weight to her. Very, very strong, durable handle, absolutely fantastic. Lovely gunmetal grey. That I would class it is absolutely fantastic. Side window. I just want to kind of show you what's inside there, because that's the more interesting stuff. That's the more fun. So let's pop it open. Let's pop it open and see what we have. From what you've seen at the box at the beginning of that stuff, this is what I have inside. I went for AMD build solely on budget. AMD spot on. For what I need anyway, kind of thing. So a little rundown of all my stuff and everything. So sort of the more boring things and everything, but I opted for the SP120 fans. So I got myself 5 of those in there. 2 at the front intakes, 1 exhaust, 2 in the top intakes. Now they're pulling air through my rad, which is my Corsair H100i GTX. Absolutely fantastic rad. Really does. It depletes heat absolutely efficiently. Great. The only issue with this case that I came across the thing is, but I've seen this in the views, and I also seen this in a video that Linus did from Tech Tips kind of thing, is that you can't actually get the radiator and the fans within the case. It just doesn't allow you. There's just not enough room to where the top of the motherboard and everything stands. You're not gonna get that. It's not gonna happen. CM Storm Scout 2, absolutely fantastic case, beautiful. Let's get into this a little bit more. So I went for the AMD 8350 8-core edition. It was a fantastic price at the time because I planned to overclock it with my all-in-one water-cooled loop that you have here, the H100i GTX. I want to get most for my pound. I want to overclock, and I will show you an overclocking tutorial if requested. So you know, if you drop the likes down below kind of thing, then I can get that up for you, and we'll see how that goes. So the motherboard is the MSI 970 Gaming Edition. I've been able to overclock the RAM and the CPU on it with stable ability, no issues, no faults, no nothing. You know, it's I would say middle of the range. You know, I didn't pay much for this board. This is a cheap board, but it does have what I require. The only limitation on this board, in my eyes, is that it is limited to 32 gigs of RAM. Now, a lot of folk would say, why do you need 32 gigs of RAM? But I found myself actually, I've ordered another dual set of RAM because currently I have 16 gigs of Vengeance Pro RAM in here. I think it's the 1833 megahertz, I believe so, yeah. So, but I overclocked it at 2133. Again, fantastic kind of thing. Because 16, when you're doing all these heavy rendering and stuff with these long videos and everything, even though the rendering uses the CPU usage the most, I like to do other things also on it stuff. And 16, I think, is just the bare minimum for nowadays. You know, a lot of folk can run on 8 just fine, but I feel that I need a little bit more. So currently installed is the 2 8 gig module sticks, so we could actually pop one out for you, and we'll just have a look. We'll see what we have. Oh, right, just at the side. So there we go. So yep, the Vengeance Corsair Pro series, absolutely brilliant. Just look at that. Look at that. I mean, if that's not sexy, what is? That is absolutely just beautiful. Love that kind of thing. And it was red. This is another more important thing. I didn't just want best pound for performance and all that kind of stuff. I want to make it, you know, the machine actually look half decent. So I wanted to stick with colours were all similar specs. So I chose red AMD. What more can I say there? So trying to keep it all together kind of thing. So it all looks nice and all that kind of stuff. But we'll get on to why there's a few other things, different colours in there. But
right, we'll just pop her back in, shall we?
a brief run through. It's the AMD 8350 CPU on the H100i water code loop. I've got the Vengeance Pro RAM, 16GB RAM. I have MSI's version of the 970 GTX, absolutely wonderful card. The Corsair AX860i. Now this PSU was a bit pricey. Realistically, I didn't need this much of a watch, but a couple of reasons why I liked it. Again, shallow, but one, it had red writing on it, but matched the rest of my build. Two, it's platinum rated, so it is extremely efficient at using watts that it pulls from the wall, kind of thing, gives you that good security. I also wanted to be able to upgrade in the future, because this motherboard is SLI ready, so I can drop in, well, two. I can have two, so I can drop another 970 in there if I like, and I will not have to change that power supply. It's absolutely fantastic. Currently, with the whole system overclocked and all running that stuff, I'm using about 280 watts, 50% efficiency, between 90 and 95% efficiency of the electric, which is just, that's fantastic for me. So yeah, we'll get along with that. So, and then I've got an SSD here. It's a 480GB version, and that's it's Kingston. Yep, the Kingston 480. Again, I will be and have ordered another SSD because I will be putting in a RAID 0 for pure performance on read and writes. That will be another video if you guys are interested in it. And I'm gonna get, these are not being ordered yet, but I'm gonna get a few Western Digital Red mechanical drives, 4 or 6 terabytes, and get them in like a RAID 5 or something for redundancy, so we'll get things. But currently I've got a NAS that I use to back up all my data things, so that's, I'm not in a super rush to get that sorted out at the moment, kind of thing. So that's pretty much it. There's not much to it. I bunged in a CD drive. I will never use it. It's there though, you know, if somehow I ever do need to use it. That's about it. So this budget, the budget I had in mind was about £1,000. Now that was everything. That was for my monitor, everything you see in front of you, my RBG Corsair gaming mouse and keyboard, the whole lot. I went over budget slightly by 300. I feel for what I got, it was worth the money. You know, I've got upgradability here. I've got, you know, everything's running smooth. It's, you know, it's a good machine. It really is. It's good for what it is. That's about it, folks. I don't really have too much else to say. I was gonna go really in depth in each one of these components, nothing, but I don't know how much you guys would actually be interested in that, and I would love to have actually built this in, you know, for my channel. That would have been good, but you know, that'll be my next one. That'll be the Intel. Don't have a name for her. No, just my personal rig. Just rig for now. That'll do. There's nothing more. I might as well talk about my 970. Now, you know, I got a great deal on this one. But the only issue is she came in white, and that just clashes with the whole rest of my build. But I can actually take off this plastic plate and everything that's here, and I could spray it red. So it's probably something that I'm going to look into at some point. But it's mostly everything else. Even the SSD from Kingston is red, which you can't even see, kind of thing. Of course, you could change the lights on here. What I'll do is at the end I'll leave a little B-roll footage of the machine just running, just so you see everything, and more or less you can hear it because you can hear that SP fans, just how quiet they are. They're static pressure fans, so they're a lot better than the AFs, the airflow ones. So you get a good build up of cool air inside, but you keep that RPM low, so it's nice and quiet. You know, this is not a soundproof case at all, but it's still real quiet. My cable management is not the greatest, and nor do I claim to be the greatest, but I would say it's above average. I would say it's all nicely cable tied behind. This is actually my very first new build built a few months back now. All the ones previous to this has been Frankenstein repairs, as I like to call them. So it's been parts taken from here and there to create a working machine. But this is my very first one that I just bit the bullet and just said, hey, I want new components. That's what I did. So anyways, yeah, so right, okay then, well, that's it guys. I think, you know, hopefully you liked it. I didn't prepare for this. I'm not into the whole script thing yet and all that, but if I did, I would have got a bit more detail on each component and what it is. But any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Yeah, if you have any more, you have any recommendations for future videos, I'm always, my ears are always open. I'm ready to listen. So that's about it. So thanks for watching, and I will leave you with some B-roll footage of my machine in operation. Thanks for joining. Ta-da! Time for the shower. La 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 la. Oh, it does not like this. Oh, maybe it does. Maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe another one? That's alright. That's not bad.